Hello girls, hope you all are keeping well. Today we'll do the second chapter of Joyful Living for class 9, that is Superface Production. In this class, I'll discuss some questions based on this chapter. So let's start our discussion now. The questions are: why do people build false images of themselves or wear masks, or why do they want to lie to one another? Question number 2. What happens to people who wear masks? Number 3. What were the benefits of wearing the mask? And number 4. What was the harm done to yourself in the long run? Now the question number 1. Let's discuss the question one by one. Question number 1. Why do people build false images of themselves or wear masks, or why do they want to lie to one another? Now girls, at times people have had bad experiences in life, like being humiliated in public or being rejected by their near and dear ones. At such moments, consciously or unconsciously, they decide not to show or express their feelings or emotions. They prefer to hide their feelings. In other words, they prefer to wear a mask. So, by masking themselves, they not only lie to one another but also to their own conscience. Question number 2. What happens to people who wear masks? People hide their real feelings and cover their real selves from others. But there are situations when people unknowingly unmask themselves, and there are people who can see through the mask. When one wears mask, he thinks that he can aptly and successfully hide his real emotions and feelings from others. But when others can see the reality through this mask, the situation may get aggravated. They may get misunderstood or may be humiliated. Question number 3. What were the benefits of wearing the mask? By wearing mask, one may avoid humiliation or getting hurt by other people around them. These were the benefits of masks, but wearing masks is not an apt solution. Question number 4. What was the harm done to yourself in the long run? Now girls, in long run, if one keeps on wearing mask, he will harm his own self. People are there who can see through the mask the real self of the man, and moments are there when the real self comes out. People will start to misunderstand and mistrust those who wear masks. As a result, the humiliation the person wanted to avoid will become a constant and permanent issue in his life. Now let's move on to the next set of questions. Question number 5 and question number 6. Question number 5. Make a list of situations where you put on masks. And girls, here we will discuss at least 3 situations where we prefer to wear mask. Question number 6. how will you be your real self? Now let's discuss the answers one by one. Question number 5. Make a list of situations where you put on mask. Situation A. Getting scared of being laughed at or being scolded after securing poor marks in exam. The mask that you may prefer to wear will be telling incorrect marks to others or telling lies regarding the result. Situation B. Being not confident enough to participate in any co-curricular activity or in any co-curricular events or sports in your school or in your locality. The mask. Giving lame excuses like you are having bad health condition or maybe some relatives or your parents are ill or something like that. So giving lame excuses will be the mask that you often wear. Situation C. Being scared of people who may make fun of you for being who you actually are. And the mask, trying to be someone else to impress others, and ultimately, if you fail to impress others, you will stop opening up. Question number 6. How will you be your real self? The steps that I'll follow to be the real me are: first, I look at my good qualities or talents or potential and use them for my own growth and that of others. Number 2, I will build my self-confidence. Then I'll develop self-discipline. Next, I will accept that I can do something well and that I cannot do something as well as I would like to. Next, I will not create false impression about myself. I'll make myself strong enough. I will feel good about myself. And lastly, I'll seek guidance for my problems. I cannot solve all the problems. I may be self-reliant, I may be self-supported, but I cannot solve all the problems. So, if I need guidance, I'll talk to my parents or I'll talk to my teachers, and if they think, they will surely arrange professional counseling for me. Question number 7. Question number 7 is a series of statements. Actually, there are a series of situations where we prefer to mask ourselves. Actually, this is the mask that we are talking about. So, question number 7. What will you do if the following statements are true? A. Most often I try to hide my real feelings. B. I try to be what I really am not. C. I am afraid of making mistakes. D. I am afraid of being laughed at. E. I try to create a false impression about myself. F. Most of the time, I live in a make-believe world. And The last one, G. I cannot accept that others are better than me. Statement number A. Most often I try to hide my real feelings. Now I will challenge the situation or moment instead of hiding myself, and I'll respect myself and be the real me, not for others, but for my own self respect. My feelings are my own feelings, so it's my responsibility to respect my own feeling for my own sake. Statement B. I try to be what I really am not. I will stop pleasing others. Now I'm confident enough to be what I am and not to be what people want me to be, because people will never stop complaining against me. So I'll have to cease pleasing others. I'll have to keep my self esteem intact. C. I am afraid of making mistakes. I will learn through my mistakes and will try not to repeat the same mistake in future. I'll not be afraid anymore, not because we all make mistakes, but my mistakes will teach me where I went wrong and how I could avoid making mistake. Thus, I'll be able to be flawless. D. I'm afraid of being laughed at. I will accept my flaws and drawbacks, even if people laugh at me. I shall not depend on the opinion of those who judge me superficially. No one is flawless. Flaws are part of our life. So, I will not be afraid anymore of being laughed at. E. I try to create a false impression about myself. I will be myself and not someone whom people want me to be. It's completely perfect to be imperfect. It's completely perfect if I do not have many friends or many near and dear ones. But the few I will have will forever respect me. F. Most of the time, I live in a make-believe world. I will no longer live in the state of utopia, that is, the state of a make-believe world where everything and everyone is prim and proper. I will build myself confident. I will respect myself and I will make people accept me as the human being I am. The last one. I cannot accept that others are better than me. And if this statement is true, then I'll tell myself that it's perfectly alright if others are better than me. I'm not devoid of talents because I know God has gifted me with some talents, with some good qualities, and with some good virtues. My talents may differ, but I am not useless. I am a failure only if I think myself to be a failure. Superface Production, a chapter that teaches us to be self-confident, self-reliant, and self-disciplined. Girls, You are at a very crucial stage of your life. Moments come when you feel alone. You feel drifted from others. You feel down and depressed. Or you just feel useless. But trust me, each one of you is very precious to us. So, try to be self supported. Try to love yourself. Try to respect your own self. Until and unless you are doing so, no one else will respect or love you. Stay safe and healthy. And please do your studies. May God bless you all. Thank you.